Hello. How to model response real quick before we start. I'm going to show you guys one little thing that the little famous alt likes to do to me. If I actually show you guys the correct thing. He's already complaining about my stuff. Really? No, at least he's complimenting my subs, I think. But other than that, I'm going to actually properly explain how to make a model response and ticket response, whatever you're making. This concept works with almost every command we're really working with that requires a model for its activation, all of that. This also will draw over how the buttons and the models work together as well. So you might want to try to focus even if I'm bad at explaining things. So I guess let's get to that. I'm not going to be using the command that you currently see on screen, because probably it's not going to help you guys as well. Here's a reference that I made for another user. It was to help them make an apply command for a staff application. This command uses command context for in servers and server install. The model, I think this shows things. Yeah, but the model is named application. Type for this question will be short, required, username. The username for identifier is where this input will be named, what it's named, what you're retrieving. Every single input is retrieved separately. Not in a whole bulk, not all at once, separately. Every one little piece. So, you saw how that one was username. That username would be used like this. Create response. This is not connected to flow, it's just a reference. Yeah, wait, give me a moment. I am not thinking of that in my head. Okay. Input. If I don't spell this gosh dang wrong. Open parenthesis, single quote, then username. Close it with another single quote, then close it with a close parenthesis. Then close it with two curly brackets. This will pull the results that the user has typed in this section. None of the below, just this section here. So this application command works by asking the user all of these questions. Like, what is your Discord username? What is your Roblox username? For a paragraph would be, what do you want to do at this person's server name? That does not really matter. Staff argument, I gave it for how would you deal with a staff argument? Or memarg, how would you deal with a member argument? All of these, the model itself does not matter how many questions you give it. It's just understanding how it works. If you're going to use buttons with your flow, then you're going to want to use a defer response. Allow your model to have further processing without it instantly erring or just continuously thinking. To save a user ID, like if I want to save my user ID because I'm the applicant, I'm filling out this form, then you're going to use a calculate value and user ID. There are no brackets when you're using a variable not variable, whatever you call it. I really don't care. Whatever it's called, you do not use it like this. That may be the fact for response messages, sending channel messages, DMs. So when you're in a calculate value, it's just this. It will work the same way. It's just not using the curly brackets whatsoever. So that will save my user ID. And as you can see for future reference, the name is Moment Spiel. So now we know if this user completes the model, it would have that deferring the response. Saving my user ID, then this response message. Oh, what does this say? Application sent, status waiting for review. The message really does not matter as long as it has a message and a name, or a message and a title. You can use text, that works just as fine, though just make sure that you're including every single piece of content from the model, because there will be cases that the model will be picky because you did not use every single thing that you provided it. Now go into your channel message. Oh, this is the one of your buttons. Well, this can work in any way. You can have it as your set channel ID, as how I have it right now, or use a channel .id, which will send it in the channel that you used the application in. Or if you want to set it to a specific channel automatically, then you would use an argument. This argument, name it channel. Description, channel to send message. Argument type, well, again, channel. Require it, I guess. It doesn't matter. Channel ID. Then, since that's an argument, you want to do 2 open curly brackets. Arg, open parenthesis, single quote, channel. Because that's the name you have named that argument. Channel. Close it with a single quote, then a close parenthesis. Then use 2 single brackets. Though, in some cases that will... Actually, I think that's fine. Never mind. Ignore that. That will work absolutely fine. Or ID, I do not remember in the top of my head if that's going to work. But I believe just channel is fine. Just all of this is fine. Your buttons, they can be whatever you want. As long as you have your defer response with the buttons, that's fine. Though if you do not have buttons, if all these were never here, don't use this. It's just not going to help. Not whatsoever. So just reconnect it as you would, and only use one line of this. Do not use anything that uses another model, because you would still need defer response and another start action, like the buttons, because one flow cannot use 2 models. It just will not work. But other than that, that's the simple, maybe intermediate like level introduction to how models work. I do apologize that I'm not great at reviewing or explaining how these things work, though this should show you the basics and how models with buttons and models without buttons work for ERLC, ticket management, and other things like that. I hope this has helped you. And for those that have asked repeatedly for me to use my voice, here you go. My beautiful voice once again. Have a great day.